Hello, everyone, and welcome to the plane. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. Hello, Sarinabi. Everyone's ready for some deep fried buffet? I really am. I am very close to just sending her on. No, I'm kidding. But it's been a while. It's been a long trial, and last time we got about apparently halfway through the case. And Jean is a girl, which was kind of a surprise, but I'll be honest, I thought they were a girl from the beginning because I don't know. Jean, I don't know. I've met more girls named Jean than guys. So I was like, when they were like, she's a girl, I was like, oh. Kind of thought she was. I mean, granted, I think they said it a couple times, but it was a cool twist. They probably should have picked a better name. But yeah, it was still cool. I just think of Jeans from Bob's Burgers. Is that, well, that's Gene. This Gene is spelled J. No, I'm not looking it up because I remember if I look stuff up, I'm gonna get spoiled. Actually, no. I'll look up Gene from Bob's Burgers. Yeah, it is the same pronunciation. I can't get spoiled from Professor Layton if I look up Gene. Oh, okay. To be fair, I mean, I've never seen Bob's Burgers. This Gene Belcher, they also look very gender. They look very... I could not tell. They look very gender. I don't know if that's part of the character, but they look like they could be either or, so... Although, Gene with a G is usually a male, so... And then Gene with a J. I've seen... Yeah, it is also with Gene, but to me, Gene with a J is always a girl's name, so... I'm gonna look this up. Are there any male jeans? Not like jeans that you wear. Jean. Men. I got exactly what I thought. I got a bunch of pants. Alright, what I meant to write is men named Jean. Let's see if there's any famous ones I know. Oh, there's a Belgian composer, Jean Abzel. Obviously, should have known. It looks like a bunch of French people. Oh yeah, duh, French, derp. Yeah. Completely forgot. As soon as I started reading all the occupations, it was like Belgian composer, French photographer, French racing driver, French sociologist. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a French name, duh. Okay. All right. Oh, that makes sense. 75 famous jeans. That sounds like a fun article to get lost in right now. We've already... Yeah, isn't it Jean or something like that, right? It's Jean, yeah, or something dumb. It's Gene Shepherd. Oh, Gene Shepherd. Wasn't he was in... Yeah, he was in The Christmas Story. I know that guy. Gene Shepherd. He's an actor who's from okay. Gene Racine, someone from the 1699. There's John Paul, but it's also from olden time. I can't say it. Never mind spoilers. Okay. There's Gene Segura, who's looks like some kind of baseball player, Dominican Republic. You saw the Layton movie. I did. I saw The Eternal Diva. Oh yeah, you're right. Gene Descole. Well, there's a guy named Gene Herschelt, very close to Herschel. But yeah, no, Descole. I totally forgot his name was Gene, or is it Jean? I think it's Gene. I don't know. Oh yeah, Jean-Claude Van, whatever the heck. All right, am I really gonna scroll? You know, it's not gonna take too long to scroll through all 75. It's gonna be fine. This is totally a great way to start the stream. Jean Rattel is a hockey player, a Canadian hockey player. I guess that Canadian French, it's probably pretty close. But I don't know like any of these people. There's another Jean Shepherd. That says different Jean Shepherd. The woman that time. Interesting. Jean de La Fontaine. There's that guy. See the demo? I did not watch the demo. No, I did. Yeah, because I went back and looked at it after you posted about it. For the most anticipated game, it's so I'll be honest. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's gonna be a departure. It's gonna take a. I'm gonna say. I mean, granted, I'm probably, depending on how much it changes, or how like into the future it, you know, is with the plot. I'm probably, because I still have 3 other Professor Layton games to play. Hello Izza, how are you doing? Welcome in. I want to finish them in release order, so with the exception of the Catriel Layton games, because I might play them, but I don't know if I'll play them on stream. But I'm not like hugely like, I need to play these like as part of like the sequence, you know, like with this whole Layton Phoenix kind of thingy. So I really wanna finish the Layton series and the Apollo. I decided I'm doing Apollo Justice. So after this, we're starting Apollo Justice and the next Layton trilogy. And then after that, I mean, that could take me a year, because it took me like over a year and a half to get here, to get through the first 2 trilogies. So by that time, World of Steam, first of all, I hope it comes to Steam, because I don't have a Switch, so I currently have no way to play it. But by that point, there'll probably be a new console. I might just get the new console, but the memo pad, no stylus. Yeah, better to play at your own pace. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'm not gonna really rush. I'm just gonna, because now that I'm in like the Layton community, I feel like I'm gonna be more easily spoiled. But like all of these games, I've never been spoiled because so few people, or they played them so long ago, no one's posting about them. So I'm not gonna be spoiled about, like, I'm not gonna be spoiled about any Phoenix Wright game. Not really gonna be spoiled about any of the Layton games, because no one has played them in a long time. So Switch 2 has a stylish, should have. They have the new World of Steam on the 2. Ooh, that'll be fun. I don't know. I'm about to talk about Layton. Yeah, I really, as I've gotten like more into like fandoms and like different shows, I've realized I don't care as much about getting spoiled, because if it's a good story, it shouldn't matter. You know, there are some things where I'm like, I'd rather not know, but if I find out, I'm not broken up about it, because it's like, it's a good story. It's not gonna matter if I know, you know, if I'm spoiled, because if your whole story being good revolves around a spoiler, then it's like that's the only good thing you know, I don't know. It's a vast oversimplification, but I'm like, if I get spoiled, I'm not gonna cry about it. But I kind of don't want to get spoiled for Layton games or Phoenix Wright, because I already know it's pretty easy not to get spoiled. The DS had the stylus, and my phone can have a built-in stylus. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, you know, I had a Moto stylus I gave it to my dad because now I have a Pixel phone, which I love the Pixel phone. But I wish the Pixel phones had a stylus. I'm sure I could buy a stylus, but that's annoying. If you don't mind spoilers when I haven't begun the series or something. Yeah, because I know I'll forget. Yeah. Like, honestly, that Jean thing, I'm almost certain that I forgot. Because I looked it up, I typed in Jean, I saw something with long hair, and I saw... Actually, I don't even know. I think I just saw Jean with long hair. I think that's all I saw. And I completely forgot by the time. Because I was like, what? 3 weeks before I played it because of how drawn out these games are. In a good way. Drawn out in a good way. But yeah. Oy oy. Alright, but we better get started because we got a long case to go. We got some, I believe I made black tea. Yep, we got some black tea. And yeah, we're gonna get back into this. Get the show on the road. Oh, dear God. Why is it so choppy? Okay, I'm gonna restart this. So I haven't muted. That's why I didn't hear that when I opened it. Huh? What is up with this? Why is the audio broken? Can I do a restart? Restart the emulation. Dude, what is up with the audio? Have you switched audio scenes? I don't think so. It's still running through my wavelength. The only thing I did was switch my mic input, but, you know, that shouldn't matter. Why is that happening? That's so weird. I wonder if there's something about... I'm gonna turn this down, like, a lot. For you guys. Alright. That is so weird. It's not in, like, a... It's playing, like... It's not, like, lagging or anything. Alright, what if I just switch... Maybe it's wavelength? My voice... My microphone isn't glitchy, right? Well, no, because that would be coming through... Hold on a minute. Is this... Yeah, no, that's fine. So the microphone is fine. I'm wondering, what if I just tell it to play through my speakers right now? So you're gonna lose us for a second. Huh. It's just my Wavelength software. I bet Wavelength needs an update. Alright, let's take a peek. No, I'm up to date. Alright, well, what if I send it just for today? What if I send you through system? I go through here and send you through system. Are you gonna work? Yep. Alright, my game audio channel is broken. That's really, really weird. I still have a dial for that. Alright, sorry about that. That was really weird. Alright, how do we sound? Does everything sound better? Does that work? I don't know what's up with Wavelink. I gotta fix it. It's being dumb. That being said, Wavelink is like the greatest software in the world. I love it. Well, it's not the greatest, but it's pretty good. Hello, Dizzy. Gonna lurk because I'm sick. Oh no, I hope you feel better. That's never good to hear. Hope you're not too sick and enjoy your lurk. We're about to be trapped in an endless trial, trying to make it so Maya doesn't get burned alive, but no promises. Oh God, which one was I using? The most recent. All right. Save my... I'm gonna try my best, but it's been about 2 weeks and I'm at my limit. There's only so long one man can stand on trial before he's like, you know what? You might have done it. I might have given up. Yeah, she may be burned already. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh shoot, I skipped that. Seems like they're trying to accuse her of that incident too. We're dealing with the one tough customer. 2 weeks in metal cage above a fire pit. Yeah, I've been taking my time, and luckily Labyrinthia has been very they've been very lenient. Noted never hire. Yeah, don't hire me. I'm gonna... If the trial takes more than 2 streams, then I'm going to probably just let you die. Well, get sentenced. It's the first time when the death penalty has been imminent. The real culprit is a witch. That much I'm certain of. But the question is who? I think I know the answer. The butler did it. Oh, I just got... That's funny. That's silly. Jean Greyo. I think I'm gonna... if they think I'm gonna let them take Maya, they've got another thing coming. I kind of like Jean more than Maya. I'm just kidding. I can't really joke about that anymore. I kind of like Maya, guys. Bonk. As demanded by both the defense and Inquisition. The witness will testify about Sir Belduke's death. Any questions? Ah, yes. So, I guess what happened, we said, Jean, you're a witch. And they're like, no, Jean's a man. Men can't be witches. And then we were like, crap. And then Jean was like, actually, I'm a girl. And then we were like, so you are a witch. And now we're like, all right, testify about your master's death. And yeah, all that fun stuff. All right. And we're back from a recess. We did not get our health reset, so we're probably going to die and have to restart multiple times because this game has no save states. Well, it has save slots, but not like easy save states. They can kill the other woman as long as they leave Maya. Yes. Kill every woman except Maya. E2's hot take of the day. No, my lord. I must, however, mention one thing before we begin. If it cannot be proven that Jean Greyo is a witch as claimed by the defense, the court will irrevocably consider Maya Fey to be the witch responsible for both crimes. You want this on the record? No. I'm actually going to delete this VOD and you'll never be able to prove it was me. Is that understood? I'm like, I don't really know about that one, Chief, but okay. You have no choice, Sir Blue Knight. If you don't want the trial to end right now, ready your sword and face the challenge that awaits. But the opponent is a real witch. It's a gamble that puts Maya's life at stake.
Nick?
What's up, Maya? You're not allowed to talk, Maya. Stop talking. What should I do with this screen recording? Oh, no. I mean, you could have easily made a clip instead of holding a screen recording software, but... Not me just helping you incriminate me. It's fine. Maya.
No witch is gonna outwit you in court. You're an ace attorney after all.
Oh, I guess, yeah, if you're watching on your phone, you probably have a screen recording.
So, let's do it.
Nah, I think you're fine, Maya. No, just walks away. The defense accepts the conditions. Let's proceed with the trial. Bonk. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. We shall start with a brief summary of the incident. About 3 months ago, in the dead of night, Sir Belduke, the alchemist, was murdered. Everything froze. Why? My computer froze. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I lived. Wait, no way. I survived. I'm back? No way. Am I still going? Am I still cooking? Am I still streaming? No, it wasn't you. My computer just froze, but it came back. Am I alive? No way. Am I back? Oh my god. I was literally... What? Alright, am I live? Am I live? Can you hear me? Is everything fine? I guess? Refresh, it's visually frozen. Okay, yeah. What happened? I would suggest refreshing the stream. Something weird happened. That was so weird. But I am back. Theoretically. That was weird. Okay. My computer just froze for like 30 seconds. Like it just stopped working. And I was like, oh crap. I guess I'm gonna chat from my phone saying my computer froze. And right when I was about to press send, it just came back. It froze. And then 30 seconds later, it was like, nah, I'm just kidding. It didn't even drop the stream. It just kept streaming. And yeah, that was really creepy. Citra's just playing a big old prank on me today. First the audio and now this. I don't know what would have caused that. Also, hey voice, how you doing? Don't worry about it. I am alive. Nothing weird happened. It's fine. It's been heavy rain all week, so I generally thought it was my Wi-Fi give out. Yeah, no, it just froze for a couple seconds. If that happens again, I will just restart my computer, I think. Test. Hello. Oh, is my I guess my browser source might be broken here. The chat may not be showing up. Okay. Well, the chat may not be showing up on screen, but yeah, no. I don't think chat is showing up on screen. Let me see here. Properties. Can I refresh? Refresh. Refresh. Alright, let's try this again. Skip. Bonk. Alright. Let's try this again, I guess. Thank you, Stream Elements. When Maya talks to me.
Nick? No witch is gonna outwit you. So, let's...
Okay, thank you, Maya. Bonk. Alright, so that's where we left off. Now I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Just make sure that nothing crashes again. I'm also going to close the file explorer. Yeah, I'm back. I restarted the computer because I did some updates on Friday. The ad I got was struggling. Well, I know that one's not my fault, at least. Um, I restarted. I checked. And check the settings, which I also found out there are keybinds on this emulator, so I don't have to just click with my mouse. I mean, I'm going to keep clicking with my mouse, but I don't need to use my mouse. I can use the keyboard to use the keys that are on the gamepad. And also, I forgot that you could use amiibos. You could use amiibos in this, so... because it's a 3DS. So that's kind of cool. I don't have any amiibos. I'm assuming I could just tell the emulator what amiibo I want to have. I also don't know what kind of amiibos would have an effect on this game. Probably none. But yeah, I was just looking through the I'm talking here and not playing the game because I want to test. If it crashes again, I'm probably just gonna cancel, and I have nothing planned for Wednesday, so we'll just do this on Wednesday if I can get it figured out. But this is sad because of the first crash we've had with Citra where it crashed my computer. The DSMU or something. That one crashed my computer a lot, but I think that was specifically the ROM because it crashed when I played Unwound Future, but it didn't crash the first. It didn't crash for Curious Village or it didn't crash for Curious Village or Diabolical Box. So that's why I think it's the ROM. I really do need to get some lower monitors because I think I have two 4K monitors and I think it's too much. I mean, it shouldn't be too much, but I feel like it is. Granted, it is too much because I want to have a third monitor and I can't have three 4Ks. That's too much, but especially if I'm doing emulator stuff. Yeah, not the smartest decision, but so I don't know. I'm probably thinking on getting those soon. Just switching down to two 1440p monitors instead of two 4K. So yeah. But the ultimate goal is to one day get a second streaming PC. So I have one computer that just streams and one computer that just games or plays whatever I'm doing. That way, if my main computer crashes, my streaming computer just keeps going along like a champ. All right, make sure that's on. The keyboard is dying now. All right, we're running. I don't appear to be crashing. It's only been 5 minutes, but we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm gonna keep going here. I played up just to the part until we crashed multiple times. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Anyway, so Barnum is explaining how the murder took place. The crime took place in his study. Just as the incident, the room, or just as with this incident, the room had been locked from the inside. The victim was found still sealed or seated in the chair at his desk, so we can assume he was attacked while working. I forgot to voice act. Hold on. There were very clear strangulation marks visible on his neck. Oh. There's something trickling down. Wait, how are you looking at this, Judge? He's explaining. Wait a minute. Judge, are you looking into Barnum's mind? That sounds like something a witch would do. There's something trickling down from his mouth. Is that blood? Yes, most likely. The victim probably bit his tongue while he was struggling with his assailant. Very reasonable. You said earlier that some white powder was spilled all over the floor, correct? Crime scene sketch. But sure, he's a witch. Listen, let me have my fun. Yeah, that was totally a sketch. I thought that was just artistic flair, but no, I guess it was just a sketch. Yes, hence we expected to find the killer's footprints. However, there were none. Listen, why can't we have a magic judge? Also, I was watching the, I posted a little YouTube video in my Discord of, like, the Ace Attorney TV. And, what was it? Like, one of the games, like, ended up being... They were just talking about every game that they've ever released. And one of them was, like, the Kurain, like, court. I was like, wait, what? And it was like, suddenly he has, like, magic. He has to use... Phoenix has to use magical powers to, like, accuse ghosts. And I was like, yo, what? This series took a big turn. That was really funny. So I forgot what game that was, but I cannot wait to get there. I cannot wait for whatever that is. I don't know what it is, but that's gonna be funny. So upset. I wish they put this game in there. I was waiting, but I guess crossover games don't count. But this game is so fleshed out. Like, this is more than just a crossover game. It is like a fully fleshed out, like, experience. It's not like, haha, look, we did a collab. It's like, no, we wrote a masterpiece, because of course we did. We're Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. Some of the best story writing in all of, like, gaming history. Yeah, a port for this game would have been nice. Is there anyone left for Ace Attorney? One day they'll get there. I'm saying because you can't play the games in order. Yeah, that was funny. That was kind of funny. I mean, I've only played the first trilogy, but I'm like, maybe they meant like trilogies. Like, I can't play Phoenix Wright 3 before 1, but you could play Apollo Justice before Phoenix Wright. Like, maybe that's what they meant. Or it's like you could play Ace Attorney before Phoenix Wright. It must have been what they meant, because you can't play the trilogy out of order because it's a trilogy. There's no way that's what they meant, but they totally worded it like that. Play any game you want. I'm like, I'm not sure if that really works, but okay. After murdering Sir Belduke, the killer left the room without opening the door. Undoubtedly, the crime must have been committed with the use of a witchcraft. I also think of it like why I say play late and in release order, the quality. Oh, what was that? That was weird. The command prompt just opened and closed. Very cool. I love when that happens. I need to do some cleaning on my computer. Yeah. If you play the Late and Chronicle, you're gonna get a whiplash when you get to Curious. Yeah. And my computer is just breaking down. But no, I guess, yeah, it could make sense. Like, as you play the games, they get better in quality. So it's like you're going back and playing a relic. It might feel a little weird. The body was found by Grey Earl, huh? Thank you, Inquisitor Barnum. The court illustrator sketches will be added to the evidence. Alright, let me take a look. Got one. Look at this man. He's got a nice neck. He's a good looking man. I'll give him that. You look a lot like Barnum. And that's with what happened. Bonk. Our witness, begin your testimony. Thank God we're just down to one witness. Tell us about the events spanning the nights of the crime, from the evening beforehand until you discovered the body. I've given up on the judge's voice. At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left Master Belduke in his study. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The door to his study was locked. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. Ooh, together you say? So there was another witness. All the potions and the other concoctions from the study had been confiscated, or have been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored. Probably not. Probably just put in a shelf. Potions and concoctions were confiscated? The victim was an alchemist after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. Yes, Phoenix, taken away. Turn this up just a little bit. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in the secret vault. Oh, in the vault. The only person with access to them is High Inquisitor Lady Darklaw. Oh, I forgot about Darklaw. She's a nice woman. It has caused me great difficulty, as I have not been able to put Master's research material in order as a result. Confiscated items shall be returned as soon as Sir Belduke's murder is resolved. Okay. I shall be looking forward to that. No you're not, because you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Bonk. Defense, you may begin the interrogation. Alright, whatever. Done. So finally, some normality. One witness.
Hold it!
So, you last saw him alive at 1 a.m. Is that correct? Yes. Master had a habit of conducting his experiments at night, so it was the usual time for me to finish my work. Weren't you helping him with those experiments? He would sometimes have some errands for me, but alchemists generally keep their experiments a secret. That's why I would always excuse myself at that time, unless Master had some other tasks for me. And that night there was no work for you. That's correct. I wished Master a good night, and as I shut the door behind me, and then I heard him lock the key. You mean lock the lock with the key. You don't lock a key, unless I read that wrong, but yeah. There was nothing unusual about him, at least nothing I noticed. Ah, they had the key save. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. And what time was that? Master would always take his breakfast at 9 a.m., so it was around that time. So you didn't have the key to Sir Belduke's study, is that correct? Yes, there is only one key to that room, and Master always kept it with him. Then why is there a key-shaped bulge in your pocket? No, I'm kidding. Master was a very delicate matter, or Master's research was a very delicate matter, you see. We had to take strict measures to prevent the outsiders from entering that room. Wait, no, that's not what I meant, sir. That's not what I meant at all. I swear that's not what I meant. I meant like the jewel thing. That's what I was. I see the error of my ways. I should have specified. Oh, that was funny. Plot was 2. They're actually a man pretending to be a girl, pretending to be a man. They're not a trans icon. They're just trying to confuse everyone, to throw us off the scent of being a witch. So sad, so shameful. This trial is going wild. Occasionally, delinquents who would try to make off with one or another of Master's medicaments. I remember that from last time. Thieves stealing from alchemists? I can't tell if that's incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Probably the latter. Hey, they could probably be pretty expensive. I mean, you don't know what they do, but you never know. That's why the door to that room is made of thick oak wood. I wouldn't have been able to force it open on my own. She couldn't have entered the room before that. Did you forget about last week? Well, 2 minutes for you, but last week for me, that she's a witch and that she can create a portal? And that walls probably mean nothing? Just saying, Phoenix, you literally came up with that idea and you've already forgotten. Phoenix, you're driving me crazy.
Hold it!
Details. Wait, you mean you broke the door? Whoops, I don't mean to go there. The only key to the room was in Sir Belduke's pocket. The only way to enter the study was to break the door open. And you managed that with the help of a neighbor who came to visit. Yes, it wasn't a social visit, mind. He came as a patient. Patient? Can you tell me more about him?
Objection!
What do you mean, objection? This is going to be very important. The victim's neighbor is irrelevant. He has nothing to do... He's a witness! He probably saw the body. What do you mean irrelevant? They discovered the body together. If he opened the door, you don't think he opened the door and then left? What do you mean he's irrelevant? Explain yourself. Is that the key in his pocket, or is he dead? I think you're pushing it this time. A witness is hardly irrelevant. Grr. Oh, he's like, oh wait, shoot, you're right. Dang it, you got a point. What's got him so shaken? He looks as if he's just had a rush of blood to the head. Master Belduke had been making very potent medicines, among other things. He would get people coming from the town at all hours of the day and night, asking for them. And yet, in return for all that Master offered, people would gossip about him dabbling in witchcraft. So you broke the door together with a neighbor. Yes, when I explained the situation to him, he brought over an axe. Then he proceeded to attack the door with great force, smashing it into splinters. I see. By the way, about that neighbor. Who was that? I swear to God, if it was the man.
It's time for Emir's grand entrance. Did you miss me, guys?
I'm just gonna mute him. You don't need to listen to him anymore. This has been a fun stream. It's been a fun game. It's been a fun couple of years. I'm done. I don't want to do this. All right, Emir, what do you got? What do you got, sir? Right when I said we were only gonna have one witness. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order! Order! Could it be that it was you who...
He's back.
Where are you looking?
Why is he back?
I'm right here. And as for who I am,
Why is the other guy back too?
I'm the alchemist's neighbor and a witness in that case too.
And why is Birdley next to you? Why doesn't Birdley get voice acting? Could they really not find someone to go passion for justice seeing within? Amir is always at the crime scene. That doesn't rhyme, Birdley.
Objection!
Birdley, get away. It's you. Again? You're the guy from the earlier, right? Yep, that's me. Amir's the name. How you been, Bluey? Are you really the alchemist's neighbor? Seriously? I know, right? Freaky coincidence, eh? But yeah, his house is next to mine. Gulp, 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 gulp. Ridiculed earlier, Amir returns, drinking like a king. He never, ever learns. Oh, wait, he's with him because Amir paid him to play songs for him. He totally said that, right? Earlier, he was like, I want you to, like, I like your songs. I'll pay you to... why couldn't have this been a throwaway joke? Why? That's why I tried to stop you from asking about the neighbor. No! Oh, why so cold, Inquisitor Barnum? Unable to hold a steady gaze, cold gaze, Amir drinks as fast as his Savannah days. And the musician standing next to you. Oh yeah, that's be Private Bard, Birdley, a right musical genius. Hold on, oh dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Bonk. He's like, I don't want this. I quit. Well, no use shutting the stable door after the horse is bolted. Let's move on. Witness, since you're already here, you may as well add your testimony. Testify about what you witnessed the morning after the crime. You can count on me. It dawned on me then. The witch cast familiar, just like in this case. A neighbor had come for a visit. Oh, wait. Is this a new one? Okay.
Hold it!
All right. Why is Birdley here? That means he's gonna be important. Can you tell me what caused the sudden realization? Sure thing. When the Inquisitors came around, I went to have a little peek at the crime scene. That's when I heard him talking about it. I was surprised because they must have come to the same conclusion as me. Crikey. They can do their job. Them Inquisitors, I thought. I had to be familiar. So he was eavesdropping. If I happen to see that familiar user, I'll arrest them myself. Feel like you're not. Gulp, 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 gulp. Witness, you are testifying in the court. Can you not restrain yourself a bit? What was that? Don't you see I've got this to keep... See, I gotta have this to keep my spirits up. It's the most potent medicine. Gulp, 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 gulp. 'Tis a drink a mere lips to savor, with an intoxicating scent and flavor. You know, if you keep giving me garbage characters to voice act, I'm never gonna get better, game. Please give me good characters so I can improve. I want to improve. I don't want to just keep being an idiot. Anyway. This is a waste of time. You should be looking for decisive contradictions. Bonk. Witnesses, continue your testimonies.
Hold it!
Those items were confiscated 3 months ago. You still haven't got them back? No, not a single thing. Even though many of those were personal items with no relevance to the crime. Now that I think about that, that room did look empty. I'm starting a collection. I wish to be an alchemist. As I said, the victim was an alchemist, and among his possessions were some very dangerous concoctions. But he did produce medicines to aid the sick townspeople as well, to give him his due. Indeed, alchemy is highly beneficial to the townspeople, even if they fail to notice it. It may be beneficial, but it also inspires fear. People fear what they do not understand. At any rate, I cannot return the items to you until Sir Belduke's case is solved. That is what High Inquisitor Darklaw has decided. And the confiscated goods are being kept in a secret vault by the Knights of the Inquisition? Even the Inquisitors cannot freely enter the vault. It is strictly supervised. Grey Earl's scheming. Jean's coming up with a plan to break into the vault. That's all I have to say, huh? I really didn't expect him to appear, but maybe I should be used to it by now. Oh, I forgot you guys are here. I almost forgot Maya's not here either. She's up top, but... Excuse me, Mr. Wright. Sorry to interrupt your train of thought. Oh, that's okay. What is it? I'm wondering if it's just me, but I've been thinking about Mr. Amir's testimony. I think what he said... It's a little strange, isn't it? Strange? What are you saying? Yeah, how can I put it? It's pretty obviously contradictory. He was so keen to testify. Maybe we should give him some attention and point those contradictions out. What a good idea, Luke. She says, not looking at Luke. What a good idea, Luke. You're looking at me. No, you need to turn around, Espella. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not a witch. Maybe you're just dumb. But I still love you. Oh, you're so silly. Espella, I'm over here. Do you need glasses? Poor Luke. Alright, so let's go talk to this loser. I'm assuming... God, I need to save again, though. This sucks. So I only have 2 more. Alright, I need to make, like, a base save that I never touch. I'm gonna make it at the bottom. So this is my base save. The one at the bottom, where I can always go back. If I fail, I can come back to this spot. Alright. Present. I'm assuming I'm presenting the grimoire. Or no, I'm presenting... Familiar gem is a fake!
Objection!
Kira isn't using hers anymore. Try them. Oh, damn. Roasted! Yeah, that was a double meaning. Because she was, you know, set on fire. Look at that. I can do that too. I mean, that was the easiest joke in existence. Who am I kidding? There seems to be something you don't seem to understand here, Mr. Amir. The familiar gem in the witch's scepter is a fake. The gem is useless. Just like this buffoon's testimony. Huh? Therefore, your testimony doesn't hold water. Is that a pun, Phoenix? Just like anything he says. Psh. What? What? Ignored and scorned without credibility. Will Majestic Amir now show humility? No, he's not. I don't know what that word means. What? A fake? You should have listened to the trial more carefully. Is he not the neighbor, though? Bonk. Because Gene has not said he's not the he has to be the neighbor. Because, yeah, Barnum knew. So, yeah, he has to be the neighbor. Now that has been dealt with Inquisitor Barnum, this witch's scepter was not discovered at the crime scene when Shubelduk was murdered. Is that correct? Indeed. We deduced that Familia must have been used, however...
Objection!
But the Familia magic gem was a fake. That much has been demonstrated. That's what he was gonna say. He just cut Barnum off to finish his sentence. He was going to say, but we figured that out. It was a fake. And Phoenix was like, hold it. I'm gonna finish your sentence. Get him, Phoenix. What's more, as we've learned from the Cracker Parrot's testimony, which used the spell Godor, the fact that there's a green wall at the crime scene corroborates that.
Objection!
Spite, yes. That wall may well not have been painted green 3 months ago. It was. And besides, no one could have passed through a portal so small. To be honest, I've started wondering, were Sir Leighton and Sir Belduk's murders actually committed by the same witch? Bro, that's what I've been... Judge, I swear to God, I'm gonna put you up there. I'm gonna put you in that fryer. I'm making me lose my mind. That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. I've been trying to tell you this the whole time. What do you mean?
Objection!
That was not an objection, Phoenix. You're supposed to agree with him. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you that that was the Inquisition's claim. He's right, though. It's gotta be the same culprit in both cases. Wait, so why are you disagreeing? Maybe you're saying so you don't want to show that it's Maya, but you're going to. And at the very least, it's possible that the witch used the spell Godor to commit Sir Belduk's murder. What? Bonk. In that case, I will ask the defense to show us proof. Do you have proof that the witch could have used the Godor to kill Sir Belduk? Yeah, right? Purple one is fake. There's green. There's a little bit of green. Is there a picture that shows that better? There's no way that's what I'm supposed to show, right? I mean, it could be. Because there's a tiny, tiny bit of green. Proof that the witch could have used Godor to kill Sir Belduke. That has to be. That has to be, because he literally said, "There's no way it's green." So okay, I'm sold.
Take that!
It's got to be that. I'd like you to take a look at these. Aren't those the court illustrator's sketches? As you can see from this sketch, the victim was seated at his desk when he was murdered. Oh, because he was right close to it. Okay. And what can you see right behind the victim? A small landscape painting. Thank you, Inquisitor. But there's one more point of note. Look closely at the painting. Do you notice anything behind it? Oh. Who's nodded on the wall? Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Do you see the green paint that was used to cover up a murder? Can you point to the murder weapon? Oh, boy. To the corner of the door frame, yeah. The wall behind it had already been painted green. Have you seen that vid? I don't think I have, no. I don't think I've seen that one. Which means the witch could have used the portal spell 3 months ago.
Objection!
Farting on my roommate's door. Oh! Have I seen that? That sounds so familiar. I really feel like I've seen that. One moment, my lord. Consider how small the portal would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not. I think Jean is way small enough.
Objection!
Thank you. I'll check it after stream. Of course, the witch would not have been able to go right through it, however. If you look at the distance between the portal and the victim, you'll notice victim Sir Belduke was sitting at an arm's length where the portal would have been. The witch did not have to enter the room at all. All she had to do was reach with her arms to strangle Sir Belduke, who was sitting right underneath or under the painting. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order! Inquisitor Barnum, what say you to that?
A fascinating theory, Sir Blue Knight. Wah. But there is a notable contradiction within it. Where would that be? Tell me, why do you think we concluded the Familia had to have been used? We had a certain reason for it, of course.
And what was the reason exactly?
The crime scene had been tampered with. How so? Imagine the circumstances of Sir Belduke's death. It should have become obvious, even to you. The victim was choked to death. Thank you. I check after stream. Because I don't want to touch anything on my computer to make it freeze again, so I'm not opening anything until I'm done. And yet, there were no signs of a struggle. Highly improbable, don't you think? Maybe he just... I'm not going to go down that route. What are you getting at? Think about it. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly, there should have been evidence of struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. Bless anyone who sees it without context. You know what? I think it'll be fine. I post a lot of weird stuff. Maybe I don't. Maybe not that weird. At least not in the Discord, but... it'll be fine. Thanks, Nappy. That's what I want. Or the choke on the coke on the floor. There was no struggle. Yeah, he was just having a good time.
Indeed, that would be the logical conclusion.
Now, surely it would be impossible to do any such thing, had the witch only reached inside through a portal. In order to cover up the evidence she left behind, the witch had to have used a familiar. Without doing so, there would have been no point of her using the spell Godor.
Objection!
Miss Grayle could have done it. She might have been able to tamper with the crime scene.
What are you talking about?
The morning of the crime. From the time Miss Grayle and the guy entered the study until the arrival of the Knights of the Inquisition, there was a window of time in which she had the opportunity to do so. That's a good point. We need to look into what happened in that window. Bonk.
It seems we may be in need of another testimony. Witnesses testify about what happened in the time between the body being found and the Knights of the Inquisition arriving.
Sure thing. Ask me anything. I'll tell you what you need to know. Oh, glorious Amir, tell us more. Maybe you won't be laughed at as before. Only 2 people accessed the crime scene in that time, Grayle and Amir. Believe it or not, Amir is the key to this. A sentence I never wanted to read in my life. Amir is the key to the witness in this case. After discovering the body, I broke down the door and saw the alchemist slumped in his chair. Gave me a jolt. The butler hurried to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never entered the study. What did I do then? I asked to keep an eye on things, so I went in to have a bit of looking at everything. All that made me pretty drowsy, so I went and took a little nap on the couch. I guess he's getting drunker. Wait, what? Mr. Amir, you said the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yep, he never set foot in there. The moment he saw Belduke, he told me to stand guard till the Knights of the Inquisition arrived. And then off he went. What a resourceful apprentice, that alchemist. I thought to myself. Suddenly he's not drunk. I almost feel sorry for you, Sir Blue Knight. But we can't believe anything he says because he's an idiot, Your Honor. After all, your suspect couldn't have tampered with the crime scene. That can't be true. Bonk.
Defense, please proceed with the interrogation.
Yes, Your Honor. What's going on? But he's so drunk.
Hold it!
Before you smashed the door, did you check that it was really locked? Of course I did. We tried to get it open without retorting to brute force, but it wouldn't budge. So I went to fetch my lovely little axe. There it is. When you went to go get the axe, you managed to unlock it. You were lying. I don't know. That's my guess. His wooden enemy stood tall in skill, yet Amir sprang forth. It was overkill. Did you think I lied about the door being locked? I don't know. Maybe. No, of course not. Boy, she's so sharp she might cut herself. Or most likely me. Yeah, she killed one, she'll kill again. So then I went inside. The alchemist was slumped in his chair. While we're at it, allow me to confirm something when you enter the room. Oh, thank you, Barnum. Did the victim look the way he does in the sketch? Yep, that's it. Spot on. Nicely drawn, too. You know, at first, I didn't know if he was really dead. He just looked passed out or something. Tired from his research. Whoa, what do you have to say, Missy?
Hang on!
Miss Grayle, may I ask you something? Yes, what is it? What do you think about Mr. Amir's testimony? There's nothing amiss. However, Mr. Wright, I can tell what you are thinking. You can? Well, let's see if you're right. When he entered the room, Mr. Amir didn't notice Master Belduke was dead. On the other hand, I ran straight away to call the Knights of Inquisition, and so... you suspect that I knew beforehand that Master was dead. I didn't, but now I do. If you had kept your mouth shut, I would not have been thinking that. Maybe, do all witches do this? Because this is what Kira did. I wasn't really blaming Kira until she started blaming herself. And then I was like, well, I mean, I gotta believe you now. So maybe that's just what witches do. If you keep a witch in a trial for long enough, eventually they will just turn themselves in. And I'll be like, oh, okay. So, what is your rebuttal? That's what you're thinking. Your face is like an open book. Yeah. I was totally yep. That is what I was thinking. You got me. Yep. May it be added to the court record that I am smart and I'm very good at my job. But isn't that actually what happened? No. I knew something was wrong because Master had very fine manners, would never sleep in his chair. Okay. When I saw him like that, I was struck with a very bad realization. I felt something terrible had happened.
I have heard about you. The word is that you're very collected and perceptive. It would seem to be the case.
It would be more appropriate to call her calculating. Somehow, I feel like you're not paying me enough attention here. Shut up, Amir. That matters not, witness. Damn! It doesn't matter. I don't care. We're not going to look at you. Go away. Let us proceed with the cross-examination. Matters not, eh? No need to be so rude about it. He really is the punching bag.
Hold it!
Are you sure the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yeah, like I said, he hadn't set foot in that room. I went in and sort of didn't know what to do, but the butler sussed out the situation in the blink of an eye. He told me to stand guard, and then he ran out. So she went to call the Knights of the Inquisition, is that correct? That's correct. I went to a nearby garrison. We have the records of when the crime was reported. They match the witness's testimony. I returned to Master Belduke's house with 2 knights. They began investigating immediately, taking away Master's research materials and concoctions. In the end, I wasn't able to enter that room that day. There can be no doubt about it. As she is the alchemist's apprentice, she was under close observation following the incident. I wasn't aware of that. Look at Barnum. Look at Barnum go. He's trying to use the right pronoun. Look at him go. He's the true icon, trying his best. So in the end, she didn't have access to the crime scene at all on that day, huh? By the way, what were you doing at that time? Huh? What? Me?
Hold it!
What were you having a look at? Yeah, well, I was asked to take care of the crime scene, wasn't I? So I had to, make sure everything was in order. I mean, you know. It's not like I went wild with excitement after being left in the real alchemist's room full of mysterious stuff. I'm sure you didn't, Mr. Sticky Fingers. And besides, are you the reason there's white powder on the floor? Did you knock that over? Besides, she asked me to look for some, so I was doing that too. Before I get to you, Miss Grail, I'm gonna have you continue. What? You refuse a request from a lady, am I right? So you knew she was a lady? Or you're just, I don't know, you're just lying? Amir's lesser-known gentlemanly side had me surprised, if I may so confide. Grail asked him to look for something. Was that this news to me? What were you asked to look for? Enlighten us, witness. What was it now? You know, I can't remember. Well, maybe you didn't drink so much. Doesn't matter. In the end, whatever it was, I never found it. I remember that. Alright, so let's go back here. Press. Now we got this. And we go zoom and bam. What? Explain. Miss Grail, you look lost in thought. Almost like you were caught. What's up? Oh, were you talking to me? Yeah. What was that face for? Even she can be caught off guard if I choose the right moment. You have been listening to Mr. Amir's testimony, haven't you? Yes, I have. He was asked to look for something. It was you who asked him, I assume. What did you tell him to look for? I think you're mistaken. I don't remember making any request of the sort. Well, he asked you to do something. Huh? Oi, Bluey! Were you even listening to what I said? Why did the Grand Grimoire open up? If it was a lady that asked me. Oh, so you didn't. Okay, so because yeah, you didn't know. So you're thinking it was somebody else. The butler is a guy. You numbskull. Damn, he's refusing, and Jean is so offended. Dang, poor Jean. And everyone is like, "You are a fool." She has long hair. Men don't have long hair. Hey, what's up? What's everyone looking at me like that? Quite a while ago, we learned that the butler, Jean Grey Earl, is actually a female. What? That's why when you said lady asked you to search for something, we assumed it was Miss Grey Earl. What? Daydreaming, listening, but not hearing. That look of shock is almost endearing. What? Why did anyone Do you require personal notification? You should have been listening to the trial. Bonk.
Rights of the court. Squabbling with the witness is most unseemly.
Wait. Did the judge tell Barnum to stop messing with him? That's impossible.
What I would like to know is who was the lady that made the request of Amir? And is she single? 'Cause I'm looking.
Oh yeah, that was actually Miss. It's not. No. Oh, okay, no, that's better.
He's absolutely certainly talking about me.
Oh, yay. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy again. I thought it was gonna be the kindergarten teacher. This is happy. Yay. Is her name Pastel or something like that? The judge is like, now, children.
Oh, and you are?
No.
Hang on a minute.
Letty.
Post-haste.
Post-haste. That's cute. Hello.
But, Miss Letty, who are you precisely?
She's so cute. How do you not? She's the only post worker in the entire city. Everyone should know her.
Me? Who am I? I'm Letty Mailer. I'm the courier.
She's so pretty. Look at how cute she is. I just want to like pinch her cheeks, you know? The courier? The courier is a person he knows what courier means. He's not that dumb. Courier is a person who collects and delivers letters or packages. I know. Thanks anyway, Espella. Oh, she stopped misreading my mind. Yeah, Maya's so good at reading my mind that I'm actually now upset that Espella is not good at reading my mind. I mean, he confirms it that Maya does read his mind. Well, everyone can read his mind. So that's kind of funny. And Espella's just not that good at reading his mind. Hold on, Miss Mailer. Do you mean it was you who irresponsibly made such a request to the troublemaker? Spella, you're doing great, yeah.
Me? Maybe. Yes, I guess so. I asked him to help me find something.
Outrageous. Why was I not informed of this?
I guess no one told you. Maybe because you didn't ask.
Damn. Wow. Oh, the best part is she didn't even mean for that to be a burn, but yeah. Damn. Got him there.
It seems we will need to ask you to testify, Miss Mailer.
Sure she didn't. Yeah, she actually hates Barnum. She's the only one in the city who hates him.
Explain to us how you were involved in this case.
Frankly, I wouldn't say I was involved in anything. Now I'm in a tight spot. I bet it's because that guy said something weird about me.
Har, 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 har. Ease up on me, lady. Like the saying goes. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Beats being in a pickle on your own. Gulp, 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 gulp. Bonk. I'll let Miss Letty Mailer testify about that day.
The ear ringing sound effect. Oh, that was so funny. The good old tinnitus scream. I love that. That voice can make windows shatter in the best way possible. She's so cute.
So Belduke, he'd have a letter to send, so if I came by to pick it up.
I guess I can press and read at the same time.
Hold it!
Wait, tinnitus is in this game. You mean you came to pick up a letter from Sir Belduke?
Yes, I was told by Sir Belduke that it'd be ready in the morning. What's more, he said it was extremely important. I felt a sense of duty surging within me.
All right, what do you have?
Hang on!
Miss Grey Earl, I have a question.
Yes, what is it?
What did you just about? I don't really know what to ask. I just heard you make a noise, so you want to talk about that? Did anything catch your attention during Miss Mailer's statement?
Nothing in particular. At any rate, to begin with, I was not aware of the fact that the courier visited us that day. Ah, that's right. You weren't there when I arrived. And once I found the letter, I left immediately.
Was it this letter? Yeah. Did you know about this letter, witness? Maybe.
I would never pry into Master's personal matters, such as his correspondence.
I feel like you should, as a butler. As long as they give you permission. Well, that concludes the testimony. That's it? So now we know there was a third witness. Remember when I said there was only going to be one for this whole trial?
But Miss Mailer only came to pick up a letter. That doesn't help us much, does it? Well, perhaps there's more to it than meets the eye.
Letter, huh? Belduke was about to send a letter to someone before he was killed. May not be relevant to this case, but something about that is bothering me. Maybe it's worth asking Letty about it. All right, finally we get to I broke down the door.
Hold it!
Before you smash the door. Whoopsies. Hold on. Did you check that it was really locked? Oh, wait, this is okay. Now we're flipping around. All right, so we already got through all this. We already did that. Butler hurried to call the knights. All right, so if I press you and ignore, what's your face? Do you have more to say? So I just ignore you and keep going.
And so you visited Sir Belduke's dwelling the morning after he was murdered. I got a start when I arrived. The door was smashed in, and that man was walking around with an axe rummaging about. As for Sir Belduke, he was slumped in his chair, and the butler was nowhere to be found. That brute's gone too far, I thought to myself. You can see why, right? Of course. Naturally.
In your place, I'd have thought so myself. That's so mean.
Anyway, I spoke with him, and he told me what happened. And so that's when I asked him to help me. You asked him to look for something? Yes, the letter. I asked him to search for the letter. But in the end, the guy passed out on the couch, and I found the letter myself and delivered it. You actually delivered the letter? That's commitment, all right. Sees dead body, does mail. She's the best. About that letter, who in the name of noble author was it addressed to? It was addressed to the noble author. Ow. I can't tell you that. Sorry. Couriers can't disclose that sort of info. Yes, you can. Couriers have confidentiality obligation. No one wants to have the addresses of their letters made public after all. He's like, no. I have personally never sent a letter that I would need to keep secret from the public. Lucky you. Good for you, man. We all have our secret. The judge is like, I have some secret letters I don't want anyone to know.
Don't look at me like that. I was talking about public opinion on the matter, not my own.
Judge is always a freak, let's be honest. Belduke was about to send an important letter when he was killed. That letter, kind of rings a bell. Present evidence. You mean this letter? Let me just make a save. This is my big save, so let's go over here. I need to know more about Belduke's letter. Witness? Huh? Me? What's up? The letter Sir Belduke asked you to deliver, was it... I just noticed it now, but I don't have my attorney's badge. I mean, I'm wearing it, but I usually can present it, and I miss being able to present my attorney's badge. A sad day. Well, let's present it.
Take that!
He was on holiday. Big Sag. The letter you found that morning. Was it by chance this one here? Ah! Yes, that's the one. But wait, how did you get it? A piece of work, all right. Yes, I am. Hold it, Sir Blue Knight. How did you come by that letter? I don't know how. Genuinely. An owl gave it to me? Harry Potter style? It sort of fell into my lap, so to speak. It was the professor who found it, but he doesn't need to know that. Maybe he should, but I respect your decision, Phoenix.
Defender, just what in the world are the contents of this letter?
Well, the letter's blank.
What?
All this fuss over a blank letter. As you can see, there are some sheets of parchment in the envelope.
Indeed, there's not a trace of ink on them. What's the meaning of this?
Don't forget that Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He may have used some kind of invisible ink to write that letter. Whoa.
Somebody pour lemon juice or whatever you use.
Ah, thank you. About that, it doesn't make sense to me. What? Miss Mailer? The thing is, when I saw the letter, all the pages were full of writing, so you know. Wait, you opened the mail? You can't do that. You can't just go through everyone's mail.
Objection!
It's an invasion of privacy. Hold it, witness. You saw the contents of Sir Belduke's letter? I didn't read it. Just that, you see... Bonk.
Witness, this is important matter. You will need to testify about it. Tell us what you know about this letter.
That night, probably about 1 a.m., I made a delivery to Sir Beldu. He was writing a letter at the time.
Oh, okay. So you walked in on him writing it.
It'll be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow. That's what he said. I left his study and wished the butler good night. Then I went home. I went there again next morning. As promised, Sir Belduke was, well, anyway. I looked for the letter. Then this guy was out. Excuse me. Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter.
A lot of lag, but I don't know if it's on my end. Let's take a look. I'm not dropping any frames, and I seem to be... Yeah, I think it's probably on your end, because I'm not seeing a lot of lag on mine or my alt account. I think it's on your end. I'm sorry. I wonder if Twitch is encoding my stream, and maybe you can watch at a lower quality.
So, you witnessed the victim write the letter?
I wouldn't say witnessed. That sounds so legal. The sheets of parchment were on his desk, though. I saw that. They were covered in writing. Margin to margin.
But you don't know what the letter was about.
Ouch. Telling you would be a breach of our privacy policy.
No, you have to tell us. At this point, you have to tell us.
Can't reveal the contents or who it was addressed to.
Well, I know who it was addressed to.
Oh, of course, I understand.
Frankly, I didn't get close enough to Sir Belduke's desk, I mean. So I couldn't make out what he was writing.
In any case, where did you find the letter in the morning after the victim was found dead?
On a shelf next to his desk in a small letterbox.
Ooh, there it is. I wonder if anyone was able to spot that. Obviously, we're looking for this when we see this picture. I wonder if anyone thought of the letter and saw it, because that is very clearly it. It's kind of cool.
Ah, yes, right here, next to his head. I was a teeny little bit scared, though, coming so close to a dead man.
Damn, just casually walking behind a dead guy. Well, technically not casually. She said she was scared. She still did it, though, which is still a bit wild. But at least she had a little bit of fear. So that's where she took the letter from. He was right next to the corpse, huh? Like it was planted there. I'm just kidding.
Now the circumstances are clear. We shall proceed to the cross-examination.
All right.
Hold it!
It's pretty late to be making deliveries. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Jesus, go to bed, baby.
Look, he's an alchemist. He gets loads of strange packages, that's why. He'd often order various implements from the glass craftsman, or have some wild herbs, or have someone gather wild herbs for him. He usually carried out his experiments at night, so yeah, he often needed items delivered in the middle of the night.
You could just get them earlier and just hold on to them. Sir Belduke seemed at all different than normal when you saw him that night?
Different? Let me think. Actually, yes. I think it was about 3 days before Sir Belduke's death. I mean, the lightning strike.
What do you have? Hang on. I love his hang on. It's so silly.
Excuse me, Miss Grey Earl. Oh, what was it? What is it?
Did anything Miss Mailer's statement catch your attention? Hang on.
Well, just the lightning strike. Master Belduke did certainly change following that event.
He's like the motivational cat poster. Oh my god. Yes, that does sound like a cat poster, but it's true. God, the Lego movie is so good. I love that movie. I need to rewatch that movie. I have to draw it. No. Good luck.
I wonder why it affected him so much. Maybe because he just saw a giant tower materialize in front of his eyes and he was like, you know what? I have no power in this world. I give up. An alchemist and a sudden appearance of an old bell tower. Yeah, Phoenix hanging off of a branch. Captioned, hang on. That sounds awesome. Would there be some sort of connection between them? Anyway, looks like Grail is as much in the dark about it as I am. By the way, the strange lightning strike was not the result of witchcraft. You sure about that? I see. Well, you're not gonna have any follow-up questions like where's your proof or what are you even talking about? Just, all right, sounds like a plan. Moving on. This judge is so good.
Hold it!
Actually, hold on. I told you before, there were sheets of parchment with writing on them on his desks. I had a very quick look. There were so many sheets, the letter must have been very long. Then, how can you explain the letter being blank now? Ow. That's just it. That's what I'd like to know as well. I wish I had some earplugs. Sir Belduke, he was holding a pen when I arrived with the delivery. So, he was in the middle of writing. Must have watched the news and saw the weather forecast. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's something a witch would do, because we don't even have a forecast. What is a forecast? And also, he told me to pick up the letter next morning. And then you left his study. So I want to go back. And press, but then go all the way to the end here. How did you get a cable? Wait, what? You have TV and internet? Well, the sky was clear, and then there was a sudden flash of lightning out of nowhere, and an old bell tower appeared in the flames. Ah, yes, that certainly was an unusual event. They all seem so calm about it. The tower suddenly materializing in the town is more than just an unusual event, right? I had a delivery for Sir Belduke that took that evening too. He looked terrified that night, as if he was scared of something. What could he have been afraid of? Was it because of the lightning strike? I was wondering about it too. But, well, then that incident happened. I guess he died before she could find out any more. I suggest we get back to discussing the night of the crime. Witness, you arrived at Sir Belduke's residence. What happened then?
Hold it!
Wait a minute. When you say the butler, you mean... Miss Grey Earl, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray. All right, we have a round two. What now?
Hang on!
Hang on. Miss Grey Earl, I'd like to ask you something. Oh, certainly. Well, you are slowly breaking. What is it? You stated previously that you excused yourself and left Sir Belduke's study shortly after 1 a.m. Yes, that is correct. However, according to Miss Mailer's testimony, the two of you came across each other while you were waiting outside of that room. How do you plead? Why didn't you mention that until now? That's because... Uh-oh. I apologize. I'm afraid I completely forgot to mention it. You forgot? She pleads guilty. That's funny. Storyteller's next story has an editor's note. Sorry, MBO. I had to create it by accident. Yeah. Hashtag feeling silly. Just ignore the tower. Oh, that's so funny. It'll make sense later in chapter 335. Just trust me, all right? Miss Mailer very often comes with deliveries during the night. I did see her that night as well. but I didn't think much of it, as it's nothing unusual. Yeah, just some silly foreshadowing. It'll make sense in later times. I had no reason to hide that from you. Please forgive me for the confusion. Barnum is not believing her. He's like, nah, I don't believe you. Well, that kind of thing can happen, and human memory is no way perfect. But she's not a human. She's a witch. Are witches human? I feel like they are, right? I don't know. They'll never guess it's a mech that will destroy London for the 60th time. Again. Oh, boy. I don't imagine there's a problem here, is there? On the contrary, Your Honor. There's one more thing Miss Grayle forgot to mention. Oh no. She must be one of them queers. And a witch! Good job, Barnum. So much for your progress, I guess. What is it? I'd like you to recall what Miss Mailer said about having Miss Grayle that night. Having met Miss Grayle that night. Miss Grayle, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray. A tray? Well, Miss Grayle, apparently you were carrying a tray at that time. What do you have to say about that? Oh, why did this tray make... You could just say, well, I was carrying a tray. I'm a butler. It's butler duties. I don't know why you're so upset about this. Let's see. Bonk. Jean Grayle. I believe you should add that to your testimony. As you wish, my lord. This wasn't her testimony. This is so confusing. This is Mailer's testimony. Wait, yeah, I will lie. It's unlikely she really forgot about it. The fact that she tried to hide it must mean something. Sorry, Blue Knight. I had to look the part. Yeah. All right. Miss Mailer left just as I was bringing Master his usual drink.
Hold it!
That was the wrong voice. What do you mean by usual drink? Yeah, they could have just said it was part of the uniform, and I would have been like, oh, okay. When Master's experiments continued into late hours, he would always have some juice to ward off the sleepiness. He was sloshed. More sloshed than Amir. Actually, the real story is that Amir and Belduke were actually drinking buddies. And nobody knew. And now Amir's like gone off the deep end because his only friend in the whole city died and he has no one to drink with, so he drinks alone and cries. Juice sounds lovely. Luke, no. What kind of juice? Tomato juice. Who's... You? He's dumping it on his chest. Also, I love that sprite. She looks so dead inside. She's like, I hate this.
Hang on!
Excuse me, mister. He's still going. Mister! Wow! I know nothing about it. Nothing about it at all. We didn't say anything. Witness, what have you done this time? Don't give me that scary look, Inquisitor Barnum. It was only just a little bit. Seriously, hardly anything at all. What did you? We didn't even accuse you of anything. What did you do? What are you talking about? What do you think I'm talking about? The juice, the tomato juice, of course. The tomato juice? Oh, you didn't. Surely, even you wouldn't. Well, like I told you before, I think I sort of overdid it a bit the previous night. When I woke up, my head was pounding. That's when I went to see the alchemist. But you know what happened, and when I was left alone at the alchemist's study, it kind of caught my eye. The bottle, I mean. The tomato juice. I thought it might make my headache go away, you know? So you drank? You drank it?
The juice found at the crime scene. Well, why shouldn't I? It's a drink, ain't it? What else do you do with a drink? You're giving me an aneurysm. I'm gonna die. You drink it, right?
Bonk. And can you tell us where that bottle is now?
Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it at the crime scene. It has been confiscated. Confiscated? As I mentioned previously, the occult crime analysis confiscated all of Master's personal belongings from the crime scene.
Is that so? Well, I believe we should take note of that bottle and add it to the court record.
Okay. I wonder why. You know it's real when the judge, without any of us requesting it, says, let's add that to the court record. I'm like, yo, you know something? All right, then it must be something I'm completely overlooking. Okay. Drank some of the juice the following day. Day-old tomato juice. Some good stuff.
Yeah, so there I was having a bit of juice when that girl came round. Yep, ow. To tell you the truth, I don't quite remember what happened after that.
That's when he passed out, huh? All right, so let's go back to you now and finish your testimony.
Hold it!
Wait, it started over? Oh, I would go to the market every morning and pick up some freshly squeezed juice. He'd have one bottle every night. It was my daily routine to bring it to him before withdrawing to my room for the night. That would be the same juice. You drank the crime scene from stealing from a dead man, would it not? Not pulling any punches.
Aw, come on. I just took a sip, or maybe a bit more than a sip. But I didn't drink it all. I thought you guys might get a little thirsty during the investigation. See, I'm a pretty nice guy sometimes, you know.
How delightful leftover warm juice. Kind Amir, you deserve no abuse. No one except you would drink that. And apparently Belduke. Braille didn't want us to know about that juice. I don't think that juice was for drinking. Because it sat there all night. I don't think the juice was for drinking. I think the juice was for something else. Couldn't have been a poison. Otherwise, Amir would have been dead. If it was poison, that would have been awesome because Amir would have been dead. But why would she choose to hide it? There's got to be a reason. Bonk.
Witnesses, continue your testimonies.
Thank you. That's so funny, that ear ringing. It's not even that loud of a sound effect.
Hold it!
You took the letter from the crime scene? That's right. I took it from the crime scene.
Objection!
No, you didn't. Do you not realize that pinching evidence from a crime scene is itself a crime worthy of severe punishment? Not if I scream my way out of this. Well, it might be a crime, sure, but just look at the witch's defender. She's got to defend a witch. He's got to defend a witch, using any dirty tricks at his disposal. Dirty tricks? What dirty tricks? It's the same for me, you know. I'm the courier. So, come rain or shine, I've got to deliver. Where's the mail? There's the mailer. Or where there's mail, there's mailer. That's cute.
I was so inspired by the young lady's spirit, I think I just had to help.
Although inspired by her dedication, he betrayed his lack of concentration. Oh, that's funny. It is entirely my fault that it came to that. Had I only been at the residence then.
Blarg.
Blurg. Grail was out notifying the knights at the time.
Hold it!
He went out like a light. He was helping me look for the letter. And then it happened, out of the blue. He passed out, the rascal. He collapsed, and his eyes rolled back. He wouldn't move. Is it after he drank? Oh, it wasn't a poison. It was a sleeping pill. Or a sleeping agent. Ah, I've got it. I have cracked the case. The tomato juice made Belduke fall asleep. Then, what's her face choked him to death because he was asleep. Then he died. And then Amir drank it and he passed out. Bam. Easy. Get this witch in the flames. Easy game. Almost sounds like he died. Go with that logic, Phoenix. No such luck. Hey, I mean, I was making the joke, but like, wow. I mean, they're taking this bullying to, this is not bullying. This is like, holy crap. No such luck, unfortunately. Damn. That horrible sound. He was grating his teeth. I thought my ears would explode. Yep, not sure what came over me. Never happened to me before. Sleeping like that. Okay, they're just rubbing it in my face. Okay, so I'm actually not that smart. They're just rubbing it in your face. You know, I didn't just fall asleep. More like I sort of blacked out, I guess. No idea why. Oi, you guys, what do you think? Any ideas? I think it bears no relevance. There you have my honest answer. And I think it's good I wasn't there. But the question is, why did he black out like that? I've got evidence! Your Honor, I might have a clue as to why this witness suddenly lost consciousness. You do? Really? You can work it out, Louis? Bonk.
If that's the case, may the defense present some evidence. Which piece of evidence is the bottle?
Take that!
Take that! Mister, I believe the reason you might have lost consciousness at the crime scene is tied to a certain piece of evidence.
But wasn't it just because, you know, I had a bit too much fun the night there before?
It's usually not how drinking works. It doesn't affect you the day after. No, it was because of this. The tomato juice. You passed out right after drinking this juice. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that there's a direct connection between the two. Tomato juice does not make people fall unconscious, Sir Blue Knight. Exactly. That's why something must have been added to the contents of that bottle. Let's ask our forensic analysis. Oh wait, you guys are losers. Something like a soporific. No idea. No way they know what that word means. You mean, oh, they do? Wow, look at you guys. Soporific. I'm probably saying that wrong. You mean sleeping medicine? And if a soporific was mixed in the tomato juice, I think it's a soporific. I don't know how to say it. That means Sir Belduke would have been unconscious at the time he was assailed.
Oh!
That was a really weird read. I don't know why I read it like that. That was really weird. Sorry. Soporific? Okay. I'm not sure what came over me there. Calm the hell down. Sorry.
This is the sketch. Have another look.
No, it's not blood. It's tomato juice. That's kind of dumb, but that's kind of...
A red liquid trickling down from the victim's mouth.
You know what? I will be honest. This might be the first Phoenix Wright game where the judge actually is helpful. Multiple times, the judge has actually, like, helped point out something, which would be kind of unrealistic in a real-life court, but, like, at least he's not a bumbling idiot like all the other games where he's just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, he's actually helping. Everyone seems to be on the same page here, and, like, I kind of like that. Like, we're all working together. Like, Barnum is clearly a prosecutor. Phoenix is, you know, defense attorney, and the judge is the judge. But, like, and we're all, like, against each other-ish. but we're all still, we want the truth. Like, that's so cool. It took us 3 games and a spin-off to finally have someone who just wants the truth, with the exception of Edgeworth at the very, very, very end. Well, after the first game. Because Edgeworth wants the truth. And I don't think the judge in the other game, I don't think he cares. This judge seems like he wants the truth.
There's proof that Sir Belduke must have drank the tomato juice.
I had failed to consider this. Inquisitor Barnum, I bet you remember saying this to the court. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly, there should have been evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. This is his soap opera. It really is. However, if the victim was unconscious when his assailant was strangling him, then the killer could have committed the crime through a small portal big enough to put their arms through after all.
Objection!
Get roasted. What do you got? Huh? What's your rebuttal? That may be so, but tell me this. How would the culprit have managed to obtain such a strong soporific? Soporific. Wait, why did you scream before I answered? He screamed before I even answered him. It was very simple. And I think you've realized why. From the alchemist. That's right. An alchemist would no doubt have a wide array of various medicaments in their possession. And their apprentice would have little trouble stealing them from the study. Isn't that right, Miss Grey Earl? Dun 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 dun. How should I respond to that? I don't know, some way that doesn't make you seem guilty. You're not doing a good job. I'm sorry to disappoint you. May perhaps be the best way to put it.
What do you mean?
Even though the juice bottle has been safely stored for the past 3 months, I'm positive it would be impossible to find any traces of soporific now. Well, it's probably been 3 months. You wicked. This is unbelievable. Was it really the butler who did it? Wait, did she just admit to it? Bro, I'm telling you. These witches. Why do you keep admitting guilt? If you're gonna admit guilt, why didn't you do that 20 hours earlier? Why did I have to wait all this time if you were just going to admit to it in the end? I'm jumping in the fire. I did it. I quit. I'm the witch. Kill me. I don't want to do this anymore. But everything it says holds true. She says holds true. She was pretending to be a boy. That might be suspicious to start with. Is she a witch? Oh, Mailer, why are you dragging this on? I want to go home. I want some bread. That's all I want. Oh. Hold on, everyone. The butler couldn't have done it to Sir Belduke. She would never, ever do it. Please, let us testify just one more time. Are you the witch? It can't be. It can't be. I don't want it to be you. It's not you. I refuse. Miss Grayer, let's tell them. Let's prove they're wrong. What do you mean, let's? Oh, no. They have no idea how much you've done for Sir Belduke. Miss Mailer. Oh, no. So she knows. Miss Mailer 100% knows. She doesn't want her friend to die. Oh, this sucks. This sucks, dude. Bonk.
Very well, I shall grant your request. Testify about the relationship between Miss Grey Earl and Sir Belduke.
This is not good. This is not good. Master took me in a complete stranger. I will forever be indebted to him. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life, through magic or otherwise. Sir Belduke was a wonderful man. He was the one who recommended this line of work to me.
I think your parents recommended that line of work to you. Your last name is Mailer. I don't think you had a choice in the matter.
And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean. I never once broke it.
Probably because he had some secrets to keep. It's true that Sir Belduke evoked a fear due to his being an alchemist. However, he was also a man of admirable character who supported the townsfolk through his research. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? This question keeps haunting me, however much I think about it.
Witches need no reason behind their evil. That is what makes them witches.
Crayo's like, I have a good reason, okay? Listen here. I don't know what the reason is, Bonk, but... Oh, the defense may begin its its interrogation. Boy. You're gonna make me feel bad for killing Grey Earl, but we saved Maya. So that's a plus. I guess.
Hold it!
How long has it been since you began serving Sir Belduke? I suppose it would be 5 years now. Before that, I lost everything. I had nothing, nobody left in this world.
What, because you kept killing your family because you're a witch? How do you guys procreate? Are they all lesbians? That doesn't really solve the issue. I don't know why I thought that was magic. I was like, ah, yes. That was mitosis, yes. That's probably a better answer than lesbian. Okay. You lost everything?
That's when Master Belduke helped me. He kindly took me in and gave me work.
What did she go through before she started working for Sir Belduke?
Later, when I was helping Master with his research, he even taught me how to read and write. I was able to live comfortably for so long, all because of Master.
I don't know much about Grey Earl.
She doesn't seem the type to kill someone she owes so much.
Everyone in this town knows how you served Sir Belduke. Now you may continue your testimony. Right?
Hold it!
Also, so much for Mailer making part of the testimony. She didn't do anything. You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Belduke. Oh, no, she did. She talked about... Yeah, never mind.
Yes, you can ask whomever you wish. I'm sure they will all say the same.
That is so. It is widely known that Jean Grey Earl was devoted to serving Sir Belduke.
It's difficult to imagine she could brutally murder her respected master.
Indeed, I am of the same opinion. I visited Sir Belduke on several occasions to inquire about this piece of evidence that... And I must say, I felt there was a strong bond between the trust of him and Miss Grey Earl.
Do you still think you can come up with a motive?
A motive? Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder. Come on, you were doing so good. Why do you now care about motive? I mean, in this case, it might be pretty helpful. Because we're trying to establish, like, character. Grey Earl risked a lot to conjure up a small portal in the wall. And then she killed Belduke.
What motive did she have?
I don't have a motive. Guys, I forgot to save. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to take a hint. I'm just going to take a hint. Alright, so it's just another motive. I figured it would be that, but I didn't want to risk it. I understand the defense will present evidence. Evidence to indicate Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder. No. Wait, what? What's this about, Sir Blue Knight? Sir Belduke's life was taken that day. That's the fact. That's a fact. However, was this actually the culprit's true objective?
Objection!
Oh, so she killed him by accident. You don't strangle someone. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. What? This is nonsense. Sir Belduke was murdered. We still haven't talked about... There was that other woman, that other witch, who literally appeared. Why haven't... I mean, Maya, we won't believe Maya, but like, that hasn't become part of the story yet. Like, so we need to know about something about that, right? What? This is nonsense. Sir Belduke was murdered. What other possible reason could there be besides someone wanting him dead? No one besides, yeah. So it's not a thought, right? Yeah, but I feel like I realize that no one has saw it, but in terms of plot writing, like I feel like it should have come up by, like we should have been able to suss something out by now, because it's gonna have to be talked about eventually. I hope, because like it happened, so we eventually it has to come up in the story. Unless this is just a really, 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 really long quest. Or trial. I'm fairly positive this piece of evidence will lead us to the culprit's real motive. Bong. Very well, defense. Present evidence. Indicate Jean Grail's motive for committing the crime. Oh, the hint is still active. Is it the letter? I think it's the letter. Said that it's a blooper and the green screen just horribly failed. Wait, what? Or what if I said it was a blooper and the green screen just horribly failed? Oh my god. I'd be so upset. I'm assuming it's the letter. You didn't want the letter to be shown, right? Indicate the motive for committing the crime. The wall behind the painting. Okay, I'm gonna guess this.
Take that!
Okay, you didn't want the letter to be sent. Miss Grail had no reason for wanting to kill Sir Belduke. I'm gonna wait to make sure this is a safe point. However, there was another incident that night which is related to this case. It sounds like this was the right path. And I have an idea of what it is. Yeah, this is way too far to be a fail. Another incident. I am referring to this letter. Sir Belduke wrote a letter shortly before his death. Yet, all we have here are some blank sheets of parchment. Fascinating. Are you saying that maybe a witch used some ink-removing magic on that letter, Mr. Wright? No. The spell used by the witch was, of course, Godor. Let's go over the state of the crime scene one more time. Alright, this has to be it, so I'm going to make another save here. There's 27 hours. As we know from Miss Mailer's testimony, the letter was in a letterbox next to the victim's head. Oh yes, it's in the sketch as well. The letterbox on the far side is on the far side of the shelf. The point of the note is the location of the letterbox. Unbelievable. As Inquisitor Barnum seems to have noticed, the letterbox is within reach of the small portal conjured by the witch behind the painting on the wall. Oh, indeed it is. I'm starting to really think about that second witch was in there. I'm starting to think that she may not be a witch, but she is working with the witch. Because clearly she had to have been involved with the murder, both murders. But I'm willing to bet that she was she may be a witch, but I don't think she killed them. I think she was working with a witch. That witch killed them. And she was just like a sidekick. Maybe, I don't know. And Sir Belduke's butler. As Sir Belduke's butler, you would have known exactly where he keeps his letters. Indeed, Master Belduke would always keep his letters in that letterbox before posting them. You mentioned no such thing. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's a crazy thing to just randomly mention. Miss Grey Earl, you created a portal with Godor, not with the intention of killing Sir Belduke. You were after this letter, weren't you? That's merely wild conjecture. I didn't even know about the letter at that time. You didn't? No, that's very strange. When Miss Mailer came by that night, Sir Belduke was busy writing that letter. And that's when you entered, carrying a bottle of tomato juice. Ah. There's no way you wouldn't have known that your master was writing a letter to someone. And you could have known even more than that. For instance, perhaps you knew what he was writing about. That's enough. I've served Master Belduke as his butler, and I would never have pried into his private affairs. Whatever it was, he wrote about in his final letter to the storyteller. It is no concern of mine. Ah, well, there you go. Now we know who it was to. Your Honor. Yes, defense. I'd like Miss Grail's last statement to be added to the testimony. Any objections, Inquisitor Barnum? Think thunk, think thunk. No, my lord. Bonk. Very well, witness. Include what you have just told us in your testimony. As you wish, my lord. I think we all knew it was to the storyteller, because doesn't it say it on the letter that it's addressed to the storyteller? Yeah, it literally does. Okay, so that's not that crazy of a thing.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter. Excuse me. That's right. I believe I have said as much already. Then how did you know? How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller? Oh, indeed. Probably just saw it. I don't know. Maybe he said something. Why don't you answer his question, witness? It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller. But when did you find out about it? I have spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months. I'll come back to you in a second. I'm going to go down this path first. Everyone has been very kind to me. They have told me all sorts of things. I must have heard about it from someone at some point. But the only one who would have known would be you. That must be what Mailer's talking about, where she's like, no, I'm the only one who knew it. Bro, that's kind of crazy. Mailer's like, come on, let's work together to get you free. And then Mailer's the one who's like, actually, no, you're lying. She's a witch. Come on, Mailer, you had one job. Well, that incident was certainly much talked about. Who would not agree, Defense? Would you not agree, Defense? Does her testimony hold together? There's a contradiction. I don't know if I'm ready to do this. There's a huge contradiction in Miss Grail's testimony. You are becoming very predictable, Sir Blue Knight. Not ready. If there's a contradiction, I hope you have the evidence to prove it. Here's my chance. There's only one way to expose this contradiction. Let me just check. Contains only black. Can do profiles. One of the first. I don't know if we actually present profiles in this game. Yo, I never got to see this man. What a face. A long head. He's a long boy. All right. I'm assuming if I present this, it'll say like only he knew about it. I really don't know if this is a good... The defense is ready to present evidence. Bonk. Very well, the defense shall present evidence of a different nature. It's gotta be that. It's not that, dude. Now tremble in awe at the power of my reasoning. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Can you repeat that last bit? I'm afraid I misheard. Even I have never used a catch penny line like that. Well, I trembled a little. All those chilling stares gave me some shivers. Poor Luke. Mr. Wright, no matter how cold everyone else might be towards you, I'll always stay on your side. Thanks, Isabella. Maya wouldn't say something like that. She would just say, yeah, right, you're an idiot. Presenting that evidence was a big mistake. Trying to show off was an even bigger one. Can I reset now? I can't reset. Okay, so... Excuse me, Mr. Wright. What's up, Luke? Contradictions can be exposed without the need for evidence. You're gonna tell me this now? For the first time in Phoenix Wright history, you can expose a contradiction without evidence? What do you mean, Luke? I've been playing Phoenix Wright for over 2 years now, and you're telling me I don't need to use evidence? Luke, I'm gonna cry. What do you mean? The answer is always use evidence. Luke, why didn't you tell me sooner? You cost me a life point. Luke, I can't believe you've done this to me. The professor said something to this effect when Espella was on trial. Now that I think about it, he's still standing next to us. I forgot about that. The professor did talk about a different kind of weapon I could use in court. Maybe I should keep that in mind and give it another try. Bonk. Can I load my save, please? Oh, I have to go here. His arm is getting tired. Oh, yeah. I don't know how far back this is, but we'll figure it out. Skip. I don't want to go with just one. I want to have at least two. All right. Do. Yeah. Wow, how far back was this? It wasn't too far back, I don't think. Dude, this is actually kind of crazy. Like, this is like, it is, you know, like almost, it's been, at this point, a 9-hour trial. And they expect you to do this on 5 lives without save states. It's crazy. Honestly, what I was just thinking about is I think it would have been cool is I like the hint system, but it might have been a cool idea. Granted, it might have been a little bit busted. Maybe it would cost more than 1 hint coin, but it might have been cool if you could buy back lives with hint coins. Like maybe, because you get so many, you know? Like I think it might have been cool if it was like, you know, 10 hint coins to buy back a life. Especially if they give you 5 chances for the entire thing. It's like, because if this was like a normal like 6-hour trial, that would be 5 would be fine. But for like, this is gonna end up being like a 12-hour trial. That's wild. Even if I wasn't streaming, it would still take me about 9 to like 10 hours, you know? I think that would have been cool, but... Alright, so then I went here.
Hold it!
So I went down that route, and now I have to not present evidence? Right, now we go here.
Witness.
Alright, I'm actually gonna go... I'm gonna go down her route first. and then I'll come back to her and not use evidence for something. Excuse me, Miss Mailer. Oh, ow. I thought I caught her off guard, but it's her screech that's caught me off guard. Is there perhaps anything you'd like to add to Miss Grayer's testimony? No, not really. In that case, let me ask you a different question. Did you tell Miss Grayer about Sir Belduke's letter? Yes, you did. Oh, you did? Okay. I don't know. Yeah, you did. I like the top of your hat, though. It's a nice pattern. Okay. Your Honor, she did. It's just a fact. Do not beat around the bush, witness. Answer the question. If I may briefly interrupt. I am testifying right now. If you wish to question Miss Mailer, please do so once you have finished interrogating me. She's not going to let me question Miss Mailer from the looks of it. She's so keen on preventing her from answering. This might just be the critical point in the testimony. I've got to find another way. Fishing for that information, bonk. Oh, okay. Witnesses continue testifying. All right, so I do have to go down that route.
Hold it!
All right, so now we go here. We ignore her. All right, so now we do everything we just did. There's a contradiction. And then we say, screw you, evidence is overrated. The first time in Phoenix Wright history. That may not be entirely true. I clicked the wrong button, dude. I was spamming and I clicked the wrong button. I have to start over again. Ah! And I can't back out of it either. Once you're in, you're in. That's fun.
Take that!
Take the Familia. I screwed that up big time. Hold on. The only issue with the save states. At least we get to see Layton again. Alright, let's try this one more time. I hate this dude. Okay, third time's a charm, baby. Skip. So I'll use A until I press her. I'm starting to use the keyboard so I can skip through a little bit faster. I think I'll reset my save at the press line. Okay. Bonk. And a save. Let's make a save here. All right. Now we can press, and I'm gonna click. I'm not going to spam the A button. Because I think the A button is like hitting the A button on the thing, and it auto selects. So I think I just auto selected the wrong button. That's why.
Witness!
There is a contradiction. And now I say there's no evidence. I cannot present evidence. Luke, if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The defense has no intention of presenting evidence. What? The proof that there is a contradiction cannot be found in the court record. See, I hate this. Was there precedence for this? Did Leighton definitely said something, but was that like implied to be a game mechanic? Because this is I don't think this has ever been a thing. I could be wrong though. I played a lot of Phoenix Wright over a very long span, so. What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? The professor pointed it out to me in the previous writ trial. Did we do this in the last trial? I barely remember if I did. In this court, an attorney's arsenal isn't limited to the court record. All right, let's see what he did here. Each of the witnesses in this trial is given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. Should one witness's testimony differ from another's testimony, then... He's alive and breathing. I miss him. And he's sepia now. They put like a very mild sepia filter on. I suppose that in itself can be considered a contradiction, can it not? So, just witness differences. Okay. Juxtaposing contradictory testimonies from a different witness is the key. Okay. So, I just need to figure out... I know it because its mailer would not have told anyone. So she must have known. But I guess I didn't know how I was going to prove it. So I have to prove it by just pressing the other witness, I guess. Miss Gray Earl. Your testimony contradicts another one we heard in the court today. Oh, no, this is new. This is actually new. We haven't had this mechanic before. Right? We didn't have this mechanic with Kira. We did do something similar where we were like, it looks different? Okay. I remember doing something where we contradicted with one of the testimonies, but I don't remember this interface. I mean, it's cool. I like this because there's no way I ever would have been able to remember these. I actually genuinely love this. They should do this more often. Another thing I think they should do is give you summaries of witness testimonies, because like it's impossible to remember everything. But this is a really great middle ground. I had no reason to take the life nor deliver to the storyteller. Master took me in. A wonderful man. Confidentiality obligation. Bam.
Objection!
You can't do... As far as you know, that's his dead body. Leave him alone. It's not a plaything, guys. Guys, he's still alive. But you don't know that. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that is great. He's there in spirit, I guess. He's there in gold. It was a single word that gave you away, Miss Gray Earl. That's how he copes, I guess. To each their own. Playing with a corpse of their father figure. I should say more friend figure. It's a father figure. What do you mean by that? No one's concerned that they just... Okay, fine. The name of the recipient. There were only a few people who knew the intended recipient of that letter. 4 people to be precise.
Only 4 people.
First, it was Sir Belduke, the author of the letter. Then there was Miss Mailer, who delivered it. And of course, the storyteller, its recipient as well. As well as one more person. The one who stole the letter using a portal swell and swapped it with the blank sheets of parchment, the witch. I mean, Leighton knew, Luke knew. I guess by that time Espella would have known, but actually no, she didn't. So Luke and Leighton knew, but they knew 3 months later, so I guess it didn't matter. Dun 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 dun.
Maybe I did. Maybe I spilled the beans about the letter, I mean. Maybe I told the butler.
You did what?
Well, because, you see, me and the butler are sort of friends.
Aw, you're just saving your friend.
And it was about our dear Sir Belduke. I feel like I might have told her about it after all. See? If I did, that's how she knew. About the recipient, I mean.
Objection!
No. I understand that you are friends with Miss Grayerl and you want to help her out. But I've got a piece of advice. Miss Mailer, you shouldn't lie, even for a friend. Damn. Phoenix has done that so many times. Well, like, not lie for the friends, I mean. He is very closely screwed over many of his friends because he needs the truth. I mean, it always worked out, though, so. It's the moral of the story. Tell the truth, even if it hurts. Wow. Huh? Remember your testimony. You told us about the courier's duty to keep the details of the letter confidential. And you have also testified that you have never broken the obligation. Remember? Ah. Aww. Oh, the music just randomly cut back in. But hold on just a minute. As the victim's butler, Jean Grayerl might have had a chance to catch a glimpse of the envelope.
Objection!
No, she didn't. When Miss Mailer came with the delivery, Sir Belduke was still writing that letter. In fact, he was in the middle of it. At the time, the letter had not been addressed yet. And the next morning, when the body was discovered, that letter was already in the letterbox. Keep in mind that Miss Grayerl would have had no opportunity to see it then either. Is that so? She went to report the crime without even setting foot in the study. And then Miss Mailer appeared and retrieved the letter. I wonder if she didn't take the letter, but she swapped it with blank contents. So maybe the paper had writing. It's not magic. She just physically swapped them, maybe? Needless to say, Miss Grayerl couldn't have learned the letter's recipient afterwards. But why? It still gives me the why. Because either she didn't, like if he magically made the words disappear, then that means she didn't steal the letter. So she never got it. And if she did steal the letter, why did she murder him? You know? In both questions, it's like, why? You were just going for the letter. Or maybe you have a good explanation, Miss Grayerl. I'd very much like to hear one. Can you please tell the court how you found out the recipient's name? Mr. Wright? Yeah? Do you remember what I said when I was called to the witness stand? Yes? At the heart of alchemy lies the pursuit of the rules of logic that govern nature. You have demonstrated the power of your own logic. Miss Grayerl, are you saying? Yes, I confess. What? Was that easy? The abhorred witch who used the spell Godor to swap the contents of that letter, and who took the life of Master Belduke. It was none other than I. Oh, you just did it? Oh. Is it over? Guys, is it over? I mean, I should be emotional, but this is like almost 9 hours. I don't know how emotional I can get. I just want to go home. But it's not over yet. Who was the other witch in that room? Who turned the professor? Who turned the professor into gold? Actually, yeah, someone turned him into gold. It's not over. Who turned him into gold? I was an only child born to a poor family. I've been a witch since I was very little. When I did become aware of it. When did I become aware of it? I don't remember. Although I was but a young child, I never knew that being a witch was a crime. That's why I hid my witch's scepter and wouldn't use magic at all. All right, here's a question. If you're born as a witch, does the scepter come out with you? Because how do you know you need a scepter? If you... How did you... Like, how did you get it? you know? Because the only way to figure out you're a witch is to use a scepter, and I guess it works? I don't... They need to explain the logic here. Maybe it just materializes? My father worked as a bricklayer. He toiled every day, but we could hardly make ends meet. On one winter day, we couldn't afford to pay rent. We were going to lose the house. My mother was in tears, and my father was sitting with his head down, wordless.
I want money for Mummy and Daddy.
All right, you don't need a voice actor. That's not gonna make me take you seriously. Just use your real voice. Unless that was like a flashback voice, I guess. And that day, I suddenly remembered about the witch's scepter that I had hidden. Oh, did you turn your parents into gold on accident? Squeaky toy. Goldor spell. I thought I'd try just once, casting the spell. But at the time, I had no idea what an irreversible mistake that would be. Uh-oh. Even though no one told me, I knew from the very beginning what magic I was able to use. So you're just born with it. Where did the scepter come from? I don't get it. Should I turn into gold? I was thinking about it really hard. The little girl that I was. Something that wouldn't stand out. It could be taken for a work of art. Then I decided. I chose a pretty leaf that had fallen into our garden. You have to screen it? And then what? But it wasn't the right thing to do after all. I was terribly punished for using magic, even just the once. Punished? Interesting they didn't... I mean, granted, she was a child, so maybe... I guess the parents must have just not said anything. They must have kept quiet. In what way were you punished? I placed the leaf down in the back garden and cast the spell, but then... Margaret suddenly walked in front of me. Oh. Uh-oh. My closest childhood friend. You killed your friend, damn. Crazy. Oh no, it was the goat. It was the goat. It's not a human. It was the goat. It was the golden goat. Cause she had no friends. Well, she had a goat. I'm calling it. It was not human murder. It was the goat. I pulled that out of the back of my head. I knew the goat was going to be important. And the alchemist is spending his whole life trying to reverse the gold. And then he died. But why would she kill him if she was trying to help his friend? Margaret, right before my eyes, she was turned to gold. Oh, dear me. I screamed and cried, but I knew I couldn't ask anyone for help. If anyone had seen it, he would have known it was the work of magic and knew Margaret wasn't coming back. That's terrible. Then my mother and father's faces flashed before my eyes. So you just ran away? We may have been very poor, but we were happy, always happy together. Had I been captured as a witch, I feared my parents probably wouldn't be safe either. The thought tormented me more than anything, and so I made the decision. Decided to end my own life. Damn, come on! We're really going down this route? I'm 9 hours in! I don't want to do this! I threw myself into the river near the town. It was winter and the water was cold as ice. Couldn't even move. It was painful. My consciousness started drifting away. Okay. And then Sir Beldic saved you? The next thing I knew, I was in Master Beldic's residence. He risked his own life jumping into the freezing river to save me. Alright, well, you're not explaining why you wanted to kill him. This is, not really helping. It's helping your case, but not in the way... I don't know. I burst into tears and told him everything. I didn't want to go back home. I would only end up causing my parents grief. Did he save the staff too? He must have. Master Beldic listened to me without interrupting, and then he told me this.
You can stay here, but from now on, you must live as a boy.
Damn. It's a hard sell, but you know what? crazy thing to tell a child. I mean, it makes sense in context, but like, damn. You must become a boy.
Master Belduke met with my parents and explained everything to them. They were very sad, but they agreed to it. Would be best if I didn't return home.
So your parents aren't dead.
Poor Miss Grey Earl. That must have been so awful for her. Master bought the house for my parents so they wouldn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. As for Margaret, turned to gold, he brought her to his residence.
Aha! Water's turning the freaking girls. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the freaking girls, guys. Oh, that's funny. Good old Alex Jones. That would be a crazy allegory if this was all just an allegory for Alex Jones.
He knew that if anyone saw her, they would report an incident of witchcraft.
And this Miss Margaret, is she still in that golden state?
Yes, she is.
Give me some of that water for real. Oh no. Good luck. I believe in you. One day you will find the... I don't know, what do you even call it? I don't know, the magic water. We'll call it that. That's strange. We received no reports of anyone by that name having gone missing.
Margaret is being kept in the basement under my master's study.
I knew it. The basement? Correct me if I'm wrong, but this Margaret, is she a...
Yes, my dear friend was a goat that we were keeping at our house.
Ha, you have no friends. Ha ha. Sorry, that's probably pretty mean. Two legs, one carried estrogen and the other carried testosterone. Pick a pool, any pool. Ah, yes. Ah, a goat?
Until then, Master Belduke had mainly been researching medicine. Since the incident with Margaret.
I don't know why I gave her a British accent. I'm going to stop that.
But since the accident with Margaret, he became known as an alchemist.
So that's when he became an alchemist. Yeah, I was wondering why the goat was the only thing not covered in dust. No, not a goat. The goat. Yeah, it's probably the goat. Margaret.
That's how I started a new life as Master Belduke's butler.
Sir Belduke would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you also have known his commitment to helping the townspeople through your work.
I forgot about being a witch and was able to live happily, at peace with everyone. I thought it could stay like this forever.
So it must have been he was gonna do something with her in that letter to the storyteller. But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause? I forgot about being a witch until I remembered.
Even I am not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago with that lightning strike.
Alright. I'm glad that it feels like the trial may be over and it's just plot for a while. I do need to find an ending point. We're getting close to the end. To bedtime.
Master Belduke and I were on our way back to the home carrying some specimens for experiments. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. But the expression on Master Belduke's face was unlike anything I'd seen before. What do you mean? His face went pale and twisted in sheer terror. He was shaking violently.
Reasonable response.
It wasn't just astonishment at an unusual phenomenon. It seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete.
Perhaps Sir Belduke saw something that others couldn't. Yeah, he looks confused. That wasn't really a great picture to describe what you were talking about.
He canceled his experiments for that night and began writing a letter to someone.
A letter?
I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice.
Yeah, sheer terror, just stone-faced.
he was writing feverishly, as if he were possessed. I saw some things. A few words in that letter. Expose everything. Cannot keep this a secret any longer. Oh! You killed him by accident. You thought he was gonna expose the storyteller. You thought, oh, but, or no, he was going to expose the storyteller, but you thought he was gonna expose you. The truth about the witch. He's talking about Bazella, not her. Oi, oi. It was a misunderstanding murder. Master Belduke. But this is interesting because she already brought him the tomato juice without knowing this, so she has not spiked it yet. Was going to confess that I was a witch. Everything went black in front of my eyes. I will never forget the feeling that overwhelmed me at that moment.
Is that when you decided to commit the crime?
What I did was accidentally singe a part of the wall in my room. It was an excuse to repaint the section of the wall green.
Then you painted the wall behind
That painting of Sir Belduke's study? You did that all in one night? And when that fateful night came, how long did it take him to write this letter? I used the syringe to inject soporific through the cork. Oh, through the cork. Okay. Wait, you guys have syringes? When did they invent syringes? Feels way before your time. When were syringes first invented? 1650? Whoa, okay. It's not a hypodermic. Very important, I guess. Hypodermic needles were used in the 1800s. Okay. I mean, still, okay, dang. I don't know why. It just feels like something that small would be hard to make, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Okay, I guess that checks out. So many thoughts were running through my head as I wished Master a good night. Eep. I opened the portal behind him. He was right there in front of me, asleep. I reached for the letter in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. Then I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world around me turned back once more. Or black once more. It's impossible to avoid what is written by the storyteller. It seems as if I could hear the doors to all escape routes shutting closed. It was the sound of despair. Oh, so you weren't planning on killing him. You were just going to take the letter. But then when you realized it was the storyteller, you were like, oh, I need to stop this. I would like you to believe me that the thought of taking Master Belduke's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal the letter, then disappear. But as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at that moment I felt an evil presence awaken within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me? Maybe you should have read the letter first. Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept clenching his neck. But then this doesn't explain what happened to Leighton. That's it. So this case isn't over, is what I just realized. It's not over. We still have to do the whole Maya's case. I forgot about the original case. Maya's still up there being like, well, this is great and all, but I need you to set me free. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago. All right. We didn't kill him with magic.
So there's something there, I guess. There is just one thing I fail to understand. Yes? You said you wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that, you continued to live in Sir Belduke's residence. And now, here you stand. Why did you not run away? Bro, the city is sealed by brick walls. There's nowhere to go. My life had been thrown into disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy living at the master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed in that place, hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason. That night, I swapped the letter with blank sheets of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Oh. Well, you're welcome. That's me. My master's death remained a mystery for 3 months. People started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Wright. That's me. On the day you visited the residence, I was listening to your conversation from the other room. As the time finally come for me, my heart was racing with anticipation. Then, oh, she's just going. A few minutes after everyone had entered that room, an unbelievable incident took place. That incident. The witch appeared in Master Studies. Finally! Oh my god! They finally met! Yay! They finally talk about it. Suddenly we have ghosts. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? My internet's going out, in and out every now and then. That's fun. What? I mean, we gotta end it pretty soon anyway, so. I wanted to get a look at the witch, so I created a portal in the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment, Goldor! I knew it, dude. Finally, there's the freaking witch. The witch used one of the very spells that I can use, too. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. This was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. Oh, and get blame away. I see. So they weren't working together, but she was like, I'm gonna blame this witch or something. I knew at the time what kind of witch the Inquisition would be looking for. A witch that can use Familia and Goldor. It occurred to me that I only needed to change one of the magic gems. I had previously found out that Familia gem was purple. I realized that if I swapped the Goldor magic gem for my amethyst, I could pin the blame on my crime on that other witch. So, you changed one of the gems and threw the witch's scepter into that room, is that correct? Exactly.
Objection!
I need a stopping point, please, game. Wait a minute, Jean Grey Earl. This statement of yours is highly problematic. How so, Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, you are right.
Can someone explain to me what this is about?
I am a witch indeed, a sinful creature that killed a person whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, thank you for calling him a gentleman. He may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me.
Oh, wait, what? There was a third witch. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order, order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
Jean Grey Earl admits to killing Sir Belduke, but not turning Sir Leighton into gold. That is the gist of it, my lord.
But lying about it is meaningless.
Lying? Just being a witch is a crime itself. And the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking. Grey Earl is still claiming that she never laid a finger on the professor. Well, you wouldn't have to. She would have used her staff. But anyway, besides the point. But if there's no point in lying, does that mean she must be telling us the truth? So, in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? If it wasn't her, then who was it? Maya, finally I can... I'm kidding. It was you. I'm kidding. Luke breaks down again and starts testifying again. He's like, I hate you, Maya. Mind if I say something? I do. I mind a great deal. Take a hint, witness. Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk?
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I was staying quiet till now. But I either say it now or never.
All right, what do you got?
Don't simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh more on my mind. Whatever did you want to say? Oi, Bluey.
Yes?
I need to make sure about something. My head's not what it used to be, you know.
Yes.
An alchemist butler, Lady Butler, she slipped in sleep medicine into this drink.
That's correct. She laced the tomato juice with it.
And then she strangled the alchemist afterwards.
Yes, Sir Belduke was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he didn't resist it. And that explains why she found no signs of struggle at the crime scene.
Yeah, about that. I let it slip earlier about what I did at the crime scene, right? I told you I had a few sips of that juice.
And the sleep medicine mixed in made you sleep like a log. Yes, we remember.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is just between us, okay?
Us and everyone in the court, yep.
You see, when I appropriated that juice, the juice bottle was, well, still unopened.
Oh. The plot thickens. It was unopened?
My throat was parched, and I wasn't thinking straight. The brand new bottle was just there, waiting for me with a corkscrew conveniently laid next to it. I couldn't just let that go to waste, so I swiftly pulled out the cork and got to drinking.
What?
So, in case you don't get what I'm saying, at the alchemist, he didn't have a single drop of that juice with the sleep medicine.
Huh?
What?
Okay.
Bonk. Witness, you went to the trouble of opening the bottle found at the crime scene just to drink its suspicious contents? That's what I've been telling you. I was dying of thirst. That doesn't justify what you've done.
Objection!
The Inquisition shall deal with this witness after the trial. We will find out what it means to be dying of thirst in a more literal meaning. However, let us not waste more time with him now. The witch has confessed to her crimes. There is no need to investigate Sir Belduke's death any further.
Indeed, you are right, Inquisitor. Her role in Sir Leighton's incident is not entirely clear, but a person who kills her protector, whom she owes her very life, can be nothing other than a witch.
Yeah, but we shouldn't kill her right now. We still probably should use her for evidence, or for help.
The court has sufficient grounds to sentence her as such.
Belduke didn't drink the juice that night. If that's true, there's one thing that doesn't add up. Mr. Wright, I have to say something. I have to say, there's something a little about this that's bothering me. Yep, me too. I was just talking about that. I'm sure there's a contradiction lurking in that man's testimony. You think so, Luke?
Alright, I'm gonna make a save here.
Save over this one, I guess.
Alright, I'm just gonna call it right here. Huge suspense, massive drop, crazy stuff. But I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, this is a good place, I think. Hopefully I'll be able to remember what happened when we pick up next week. But yeah. Oi, oi. This plot never ends, dude. We still got at least one more stream of this trial. I mean, it's good. It's fun, but oh my god, it's so long. Okay, but I'm gonna head to bed now. I hope you had fun. I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming on Wednesday, but I am gonna be streaming on Wednesday, so we'll figure it out. Discord tomorrow. We're watching Nichijou. We're finishing Nichijou. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure to stop by there. I don't really want to raid anyone, so I feel too tired. So I'm gonna just go now. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.